In Lesson 7, students take the new understandings from Lesson 6 and update the models created in Lesson 4 with the additional factors we've explored. They add ways in which case curves responded to mitigation strategies, for example, reduced numbers of cases after stay-at-home orders, which we learned about in Lesson 5. We also add the effect of other factors, such as access to information, healthcare and testing, jobs in the economy, and the behaviors and interactions of individuals in a community that we examined in Lesson 6. We revisit our driving question board to see we have unanswered questions about how a pandemic ends. Because smallpox is the only viral pandemic that has officially been declared done, we use it as the basis for closure. In the smallpox case study, by examining the very long history of smallpox, its emergence, identification, treatment, and its eradication, students will get a sense that scientific research about pandemics is a long process, but mitigation is largely calculated and controlled. From the case study, students come up with research questions for what we would need to know about ending future pandemics. Student questions may include, why haven't we eradicated more viruses? Why do some viruses require annual vaccination? How can we better control a pandemic? How long is a person protected after having COVID-19 or getting vaccinated? Using their criteria for reliable information from Lesson 6, students conduct online research, summarize findings as a class, and make a final update to the model. At the end of the unit, we revisit the driving question board a final time. This helps bring the unit and our mission on the driving question board to a close. It also is an important way to make this point. Scientific research provides dynamic learning opportunities, but research and development are not accidental or without foundation. Scientists depend on past investigations and experiences to make decisions for new investigations and innovations. One important idea to note is that there are several questions that may come up that we did not address directly during the course of our unit. This provides an opportunity for students to reflect on what they might need to do to learn more, and think about or develop ideas about how they might go about answering these questions later on. Students as individuals or in groups may even use some of their unanswered questions as a way to wrestle with the idea that all questions may not be answerable.
Overall, my students said they really liked the unit. They had a wide range of highlights, favorite moments from the unit. Some students loved the simulation the most. Some really liked the historical pandemics. Some really liked learning a little bit about how vaccines are made. And a lot of students said that they really appreciated the opportunity to talk about what might be discussion in a social studies class, but in a science class. They said they had never talked about many of those issues in science before, and they really enjoyed those conversations and appreciated the opportunity to have those discussions. Also, I taught this unit during the pandemic and during the time when we were doing virtual school, and so one of the things that was really helpful throughout the unit was the emphasis on social emotional skills, because we got to process and make sense of what we were experiencing together, and we had access to tools and time to think and express our emotions about how we were feeling and what we were experiencing. And I think that helped students make sense of the world they were living in, but also it helped me develop relationships with them during a time when school felt very disconnected.